Thank you for tuning in to Hockey East Online. I'm Elizabeth Thomas, standing here in Schneider Arena at Providence College, where we got to speak to senior captain Steven Shamanski. So how did you start playing hockey?
I think I started when I was about 4, just coming from Canada. It was just natural to get on the ice at a young age and just played minor hockey throughout my whole career at home.
And who are your biggest influences?
I think my biggest influence was probably my dad. He was always taking me to the rink for all my practices and games.
So why did you choose to play here at Providence College?
I think just because it was a hockey school, probably the best conference in the nation, and Providence has a good hockey tradition, and then it's a smaller school, and I come from a small town, so it was just a good fit for me.
You're a senior captain this year. You've gotten to spend the last 4 years under Nate Lehman, your head coach. Talk about what you've learned from him.
I think Coach really just focuses on the details, the small areas of the game, really improving those day in and day out, just making a process, just getting better each day, trying to get there at the end of the season.
Well, Providence College was ranked very high going into the preseason polls, but now currently you're ranked 3rd in the nation. What type of expectations does that set on you, being a senior and captain, but on the team as well?
We're trying not to follow the rankings too closely. I mean, it's nice to get the recognition with some of the big name programs in the nation, but we're just taking it day by day and just focusing one game at a time.
And what's the whole game plan for Providence for the end of the year? What would you like to see going through the season?
Well, obviously, if we can keep getting better, we'd like to be there at the end. I know Hockey East is going to be very competitive, and we just want to be one of those teams competing for a trophy at the end of the year. And then if we're fortunate enough to make the NCAA tournament, we'd like to make a run at that too. So,
out of all the men that are on your team, who's the funniest?
Funniest? Probably Paul the Jersey. He's always throwing out good jokes, just being a goofball most of the time. So he keeps it pretty light and entertaining in the room.
And with the funniest comes the most serious. Who absolutely doesn't crack a smile?
I'd probably go with John Gillies. He's pretty serious with on the ice and off the ice, so it's tough to, you got to give a good one for him to get a chuckle going.
It's a goalie thing?
Yeah, a goalie thing, I guess.
Out of all the men that are on your team, who's the best dressed?
I'd definitely go with Brooks Baleen for that one. Always different suits on, bright colors. He can pull it all off. I think he's got pretty good confidence with his dress selection.
And who's the worst dressed?
Usually I get that one, but I think I'm going to go with John Gilmore for this. He's wears sweats quite a bit and just not always cleaned up or nice.
Why do you usually get it?
I couldn't tell you. I think they just got picked on me last year.
And with the best dressed, obviously comes the ladies' man. Who's the best on the team with all the ladies out there?
I'll give it to one of my roommates. I think Kevin Hart, just a senior guy, been on campus for 4 years, kind of knows the ropes. I think he's got a pretty good rep around campus.
And who's absolutely the worst? Who can't get a date to save their lives?
I think I'll go with freshman goalie Nick Ellis, just a young guy, still learning a few things, but I think he'll come around.
And around here in Providence, it's a great college town. Where can we find you when you're not on campus here?
I think the easiest one is just going to the mall. The mall's Providence Place. We go to the movies usually on Sunday or just kick around there to kill some time.
And I've heard hockey players are very superstitious. Do you have pregame rituals, or can you get away with not doing them?
I don't think of myself as superstitious, but then I guess when I look at it, like I nap at the same time, I get dressed, put on my equipment at the same time, so I just keep the same routine kind of thing. I'm not too worried about it if I mix it up a bit. But.
Thank you for watching, and a special thank you to head coach Nate Lehman and Steven Shamanski. Be sure to check out all the action online at hockeyeastonline.com and on our Facebook and Twitter page.